Well, hello, Dr. Betts. It's so nice to meet you in person. I'm glad you were able to come here today. Um, so what is it that you do, Mr. Betts?
Well, first, I want to thank you for recognizing the fact that I am a doctor. Work hard for that, and I do appreciate you acknowledging that. I am a professor at of special education in the area of gifted and talented students at the University of Northern Colorado. It's actually in Greeley, Colorado.
Ah, Colorado. My family used to go there pretty often, and we really enjoyed our time when we would go there. It was a long trip. Um, could you tell me a little bit about your high school experience, your own high school experience?
Absolutely, yeah. Um, Obviously, I'm very successful as an adult, but I wasn't always so successful in school. In fact, I actually struggled all the way through high school. I wasn't what you would call a conformist, and I didn't realize, at that time at least, that high school and schooling and education in general could be so very important.
You know, that's really true for a lot of our gifted students. They don't realize at the time, um, how important it is for the material they're learning in school to be something. And so it's a lot hard to motivate them sometimes. Um, well, what did you do after high school? What was your next step?
Absolutely. So, following high school, following graduation, I attended a university called Phillips University. That's in Enid, Oklahoma. My high school had around 2,500 students, and Phillips only had 800 at the entire university. While I was there, I flourished. A certain professor at the university saw my potential, and he gave me opportunities that, quite honestly, I'd never had prior to my time at Phillips.
So really, it was just kind of that one teacher who motivated you, kind of helped you see your abilities. So how did this particular professor make this educational experience different for you?
Sure. Basically, I responded and began to develop my abilities at that point in time. They were there. I had weaknesses, but I just wasn't aware of what they were. In fact, I learned my weaknesses through this professor. That's how I grew.
So, okay, at that point, you graduated from college and you got your first teaching job. What was that first teaching job?
Yeah, okay, so for 6 years, I taught and I counseled at Arvada West High School. It's in Jefferson County, also in the state of Colorado. It was exciting to teach at this high school level and to give students the opportunities to be empowered, to be in charge of their own education.
Okay, so you were teaching, and what did you do next after that time that you were teaching? You were actually going to school during that time too, and earned your doctorate during that time. But what was your next job after those 6 years?
Yeah, so following the 6 years of teaching and counseling at Arvada, I joined the university and became a professor. I eventually worked with Jolene Kircher to develop the autonomous learner model for the gifted and talented. And this is a model that's widely used nowadays. It's used throughout the United States, in Canada, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, Taiwan, and Hong Kong, I believe.
So it is a worldwide model that's used for gifted education today.
Absolutely.
And again, that's called the Autonomous Learner Model,
That's correct.
ALM. What makes this model for gifted education different?
Sure, a lot of these models will be kind of piecemeal or only address, one part of gifted education. This is a total program, and it includes activities in the classroom as well as in the community. A lot of times the community side of education gets ignored and just the focus is on the classroom, but this model actually has an all-encompassing approach.
So let's say there are some educators out there who might want to see your program and view it. Where is, maybe an example of somewhere they could look for that program and kind of see that model in writing?
Yeah, it is readily available. Let's see, an example of one site where you can find this would be www.nmgifted.org. That's www.nmgifted.org.
So New Mexico is using your model for gifted education. That's really neat. I also know that you worked with Maureen Nyhart. What did you two do together?
So Maureen and I wrote an article together that was called Profiles of the Gifted and Talented. That particular article outlined the characteristics, needs, and adult facilitation needed for developing different types of learners.
It's also used for identification, programming, and basic orientation, specifically for gifted and talented learners, isn't it?
Yeah, you know your stuff. That is correct.
You also started a summer enrichment program at UNC. What was the most significant aspect of that program?
Well, I would say it really brought our gifted students together. You know, one of the absolute best things that we can do for gifted and talented students is to bring them together, get them out of their silos and have them interact with each other. It gives them a sense of belonging, I think, and a purpose in that unity.
If you were asked to sum up your life goals, what would you say?
Am I being asked to do so right now?
Yes, please.
All right, let's see. I see my life as a journey. There are many starts and stops and many detours, but the goals have always been the same. I want to facilitate others in their growth, and me and mine, actually. I want to belong. I want to love and to be loved. I want to discover and develop my strengths. I seek to make this world a better place to live in. In other words, I want to live every moment to the fullest and to learn new and exciting information. Part of my journey is to learn knowledge, while another part is to, I would say, experience fully the moments of today and to gain wisdom. You know, knowledge without wisdom is incomplete. To me, that is an extremely strong statement, and one that can be pondered. Ponder. I know what to ponder. I know that to ponder is to think and reflect and decide what is best. I will refer to pondering a great deal on this website.
Thank you, Dr. Betts. Where can I reach you with any follow-up questions?
Sure. If you have any further questions, anything whatsoever, I can be reached at my office, which is area code 970-351-1657, or of course you can always email me at george.betts@unco.edu.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Betts. Dr. Betts.
That's correct. Thank you.